Remember, in today's online environment, information you post today will be there tomorrow and searchable forever.
Your digital footprint is left behind for future college admissions or future employers to see. So it's wise to take a second to stop and think about what personal info you're giving out and leaving behind on networking sites, in profiles, blogging, even texting on your cell phone.
Here's more about that from Dave and Rachel.
Free personal information. Come and get it either here or on the internet.
You wouldn't walk around advertising your personal information to everyone on the street. Some people don't even list their full name or address in the phone book, and some have no listing at all. Your personal info is even more vulnerable online, so it pays to be extra careful with it there. With email, chat rooms, instant messaging, bulletin boards, any online communication.
There are more subtle ways that people reveal information about themselves. Check this scene with my girl Shauna.
All kinds. I especially like Alicia Keys. Yeah, me too. Saw her in Boulder. I'm gonna see her on Saturday night.
Please pause the program for a discussion. What info did Shauna reveal about herself? What info do your screen names or email addresses reveal about you? How can you protect yourself from revealing personal information?
I hope you came up with some of your own tips for how to avoid giving out too much personal information.
If you did, we'd love to hear them. Steve, what tips can you add?
Thanks, guys. If your screen name for chatting or instant messaging is the same as your email address, try to download a separate version of the application and come up with a special screen name for Chat and IM. Hopefully, one that's not too personally descriptive. If a site lets you create a profile, think about the information you include there. Less is best. And be careful when you post a picture of yourself or anyone else. A picture makes it easy for someone to identify you. Plus, you never know where it's going to end up, or what someone might do with it. If someone is inappropriately displaying a photograph of you, let an adult know.
Online, we do a lot more than just give out personal information to other people, either people we know or even strangers.
Now, Dave and Rachel look at giving your personal info to websites in the registration process when you do things like fill out a profile, play games, and to shop online.
Lots of commercial websites ask for your personal information, and most sites now post privacy policies stating what they can and can't do with this information. Sites aimed at kids 13 and younger must post their privacy policies according to the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, known as COPPA. It's a good idea to read privacy policies, but unfortunately, most are long and full of legalese.
Privacy policies are designed to confuse. One of the big limitations of privacy policy is they can be changed overnight. One day there'll be a great policy, the next day you come back and it's not so great. Another limitation is that the company can go out of business. And guess what? The biggest asset of most of these companies is their information database.
Look for these privacy seals of approval on a site. These sites agree to post their privacy policies and submit to audits.
More and more personal data is being gathered about us at every turn, and at the same time it's becoming easier to access all this information.
It might be data about your credit card purchases. It might be if you've ever had a criminal record or an arrest. It might be how you spend your money in general. What kind of a consumer are you? These databases play an important part in decisions about you, like renting an apartment, getting a credit card, getting a job. So what we're seeing with our surveillance society is a lack of social forgiveness. Something that you did a long time ago affects a decision being made about you right now.
please pause the program for a short discussion. With increased access and the merging of online sources of personal info, what negative scenarios can you imagine?
We've talked about the legal collection of your personal information. Now let's talk about the illegal collection of it, known as identity theft, possibly the fastest growing crime in the US.
People can steal identity info by hacking into websites and PCs and by capturing your keystrokes as you type in passwords, personal information, or a credit card number.
One of the easiest ways to avoid online identity theft is to not give out credit card numbers unless you really trust a site. Look for the letter S after the HTTP, the closed padlock, or an unbroken key. These all mean the site is secure. And avoid giving out your social security number online whenever you can. It also helps to install a firewall on your computer, especially if you have an always-on connection like DSL or cable.
Anyone can become a victim of identity theft. If you or anyone you know become a victim of this crime, please contact your local law enforcement agency.
Also, remember, never respond to spam. Many times, those unsolicited emails come from companies looking for your private information.
So what's next? How about a word from our You campaign and mentor program? Here's Jerry and Lauren to explain.
If you are interested in becoming an iMentor, there are lots of things you can do.
You can create posters and banners at your school.
You can put links to iSafe on your social networking pages.
You can produce web videos and participate in iSafe contests.
You can even teach e-safety to another school in your area. It's really up to you to change the future of the internet. Get connected to iSafe's You campaign by going to iSafe.org to watch videos and download a student toolkit.
You can also start today by sharing your iSafe experience with others.
We appreciate your support. Thanks.
It's important for all of us to understand the privacy risks of being online, to make conscious choices about sharing our personal information, whether it's with an individual or through a website, and to take steps to avoid identity theft.
Be sure to visit us at iSafe.org to learn more. Well, we would like to thank Dave, Rachel, and Steve for helping us out today. Bye for now. We'll see you next time on iDrive TV.